have kind of gone through the gamut of fertility treatments. Initially, we had been trying for probably about 3 or 4 months, my husband and I had, and with no success. My cycles were all over the place, so I knew that we were probably going to have some challenges, but I was 27 years old, and I was thinking, oh, it's still going to happen quickly. So I ended up going to my regular OBGYN, and he put me on Clomid immediately and just told me, I'll be pregnant in 3 months. He told me I would be. So needless to say, that didn't happen. So after that, he referred me to Dr. Mark Perlow, and I went to him. He was the specialist, fertility specialist, and was, highly recommended. So I decided to give that a shot. And Dr. Perlow, with him, we went through the gamut of fertility treatments as far as, oral medications and injections. We did 3 IUIs, and then we ended up going to IVF, and we tried for a transfer, and it wasn't successful, only because I was so hyperstimulated and the medications made me very ill, so I wasn't able to do the transfer that particular month. And then the following month, my lining just wasn't cooperating, and Dr. Perlow told me that my lining was officially fried. So I was so upset and devastated, that we couldn't move forward. But he told me that he wanted me to take a break and go and see Mark Schwartz and get some acupuncture done and just kind of take a break for a while. So at first I was just devastated to have to stop, progressing and moving forward. But as soon as I met Mark, I felt very, very comfortable with the whole thing, and he explained everything very well about the thought process behind acupuncture and the different points and kind of what they meant. Of course, it was over my head, but still, I felt like I was in really good hands. Really immediately, I noticed how relaxed I was. We had tried we did just standard acupuncture, and then he had me do the moxa stick as well, and tried that. I was just having a lot of abnormal bleeding, and so we were trying to get that under control. So he was very willing to walk through it with me and try different things until we found something that worked. I did notice a big difference in how much better I felt, and I was having a lot of bleeding just from going through IVF and everything, and so I was having issues with that, but the teas really did help that a lot, and made me feel a lot better. I had more energy, because those hormones that I was taking just made me feel terrible, so it just kind of takes a toll on your body, and so the herbs were a welcome change as far as how much better I felt. And I had been, going through the fertility medications, the Western medicine, for a couple years, and within 2 months of doing the acupuncture and taking the herbs as well, the bleeding had stopped. I noticed that the bleeding had stopped, and lo and behold, I told Mark, I called him one day and said, you need to sit down because I have some news, and told him that we were pregnant. So, and I actually told him before I told my husband, because I wanted to tell my husband in person, but I was just so excited to call Mark and tell him that the herbs and the acupuncture really made all the difference.